Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. We're going to be talking about a trans woman that was unalived and how the person that unalived her is in jail currently. Her name is Amyri Dior. She was unalived in February. The person that unalived her was caught shortly after the vigil that was held. He is currently being held on bond for $500,000. Um, so I just wanted to talk about a couple of things dealing with that situation. So please bear with me. I can't find the video that I found. I don't know why I can't ever find the video again. It's so crazy how you'll have something on the internet and then you can't find it again once you need it. But it is what it is. Because I really wanted to find his name again. I think his name was like Bolston or something. Even in the comment section below. I know he was a black man with like locks or curly hair or something like that. But basically the story was from his side that she was trying to blackmail him. He ended up going to her house, finding out where she lived, whether she gave him the address or not, and he ended up unaliving her. Now, before he unalived her, sometime before he unalived her, he had actually he robbed some folks, got away with it, was messing with her, talking to her for a month, found out where she lived, whether she gave him the address or not. He unalived her, and then sometime after that, he ended up getting into a chase with the police, hit someone's car, and then was caught at that point. And at that point, he was taken into custody, which is, I'm assuming, at some point after that, he ended up telling them like, "Hey, well, I know that person, Amyri, from being a blackmailer, and she looks like a woman, and blah blah blah, all this other crap." They met on Facebook and stuff like that. So I just really think that it's weird. The lawyer was talking about how he didn't commit any crimes before he unalived Amyri, but they clearly said that he committed a crime. He robbed somebody before he unalived her. So I'm like, how the hell you rob somebody and then unalive her and then go on a high speed chase with the police, and then but the lawyer saying that he didn't commit no crime, baby. I mean, I guess you gotta defend your client to the best of your ability, and he couldn't really defend him, so I guess he was just saying anything. Because it was a white dude anyway, so he was like, "Yeah, you going to jail, baby. We just gonna make up some stuff. They ain't gonna care." So my thing is, why was he even given bond? Like, they said this man was a danger to society. Clearly he was. Clearly he is a danger to society. If he has the money to pay for that, because you only have to pay like what, 10%, so that's like maybe like 50K or something like that. So if this man got 50K somewhere, he could be right back on the streets, which don't make any sense to me. They will let him back on the streets. I guess because he murdered someone who was black and someone who specifically was black and trans, and so they're like, "Oh, okay, it don't matter. Let him back on the street. Maybe he'll murder some more, trans people or something like that, and get them off the streets, for whatever reason." With all these bills and stuff they have coming out against people in the LGBT community, it's no surprise that they would give him bail instead of letting him, they'll let him out with bail, but then they won't let that black man who ran over that cop, they won't let him out though. They're like, "Oh, you ain't getting no bail. We don't want you unalive and killing no more police, but you can go out and just unalive and kill trans people, I guess, and get bail." So that's just insane to me, but you know what? I just feel like we're in a crazy world. People just love to hate. People love to spread hate. People love to just be on some BS. And you'll get rewarded for it. That's what I'm starting to see. Like, if you're just some negative, you negative, or you just making a joke of yourself, you putting on minstrel shows or whatever you want to call it, that's what gets people its attention. But back to what I was talking about with Amyri Dior. I'm happy that he is caught. I'm sure when he is in jail, he's going to be getting that butt plugged and done up, because he's going to probably be in there for a long time. So I guess at the end of the day, his secret got put out anyway because of what he did and his actions. If he would have just left her alone and minded his business, wouldn't have got that address and went to her location to try to take her out, he could have easily just went on with his life, but he chose not to do that. So that's on him. I don't have no sympathy for him. I hope Amyri is resting in heaven, or she is at least in a better place than this, because currently I think we are all living in hell. You know, people are just evil. You know, just love talking mess and just being messy and being silly and just I mean, where was his mind? Like, to you just going around robbing people, then you on Facebook just hitting on people. You too stupid to use a alias to use an alias. Like, yeah, just stupid. Like, the dude was just completely out of his mind. Probably was on some types of drugs or who knows what, but a fool. That's all I know. He was a fool. He was a fool that deserved what he got, and it just is what it is. I wish I can find this man's name. Let me see if I can find his name real quick, so I can just quit calling him some random person. Ooh. Let's see. What's his name? Baby, I don't want to see the video. I want to see the man's name. Where's his name? Oh, maybe I gotta watch the video. This is the damn. Like, you have to watch this video in order to. What's his name?
He shot and killed a transgender woman in Milwaukee.
And CBS 58's Andy Bernhardt joins us live in the studio with the latest details. Andy.
Well, Natalie and Jessup, Amyri Dior was just 23 years old when police found her with multiple gunshot wounds in an apartment where she later died from her injuries. The Milwaukee LGBTQ plus community are among many who are shaken up at a violent attack against a transgender woman.
What is his name, boo?
We're a very tight-knit part of the community, so what happens to one of us, it feels like it happens to all of us.
Family, friends, and community members are demanding justice.
They always find the most busted-looking people on here to put on the news. Baby, I can look busted, but baby, I ain't gonna be busted looking on the news. Don't put me on the news if I'm looking busted.
Amyri Dior, who they say was a vibrant and loving soul, was shot and killed on February 21st.
It's very scary for the larger LGBTQ community as well.
What is his name?
And we know that violence against black trans women.
Steed appeared in the courtroom Thursday, charged with first-degree intentional harm. Davion Steed appeared in the courtroom Thursday, charged with first-degree.
Okay, Davion Steed, that's his name. Davion Steed. Okay, so. Yeah, you can look him up. He look a fool. He got like some twist locks or something, big lips, baby. He look like he be sucking on something, you know. But anyway, clearly what's her name? Amyri Dior couldn't have been blackmailing you too much, motherfucker. You kept talking to her, got that address, honey. She probably asked you for some money, and you just didn't want to pay her, so you end up just taking her out. That's probably really what happened, allegedly, and this is just me speculating. But he probably went over the house, thought he was gonna get something for free, didn't get it for free. She's talking about give me some money, and then he was like, "Oh no, I'm taking you out," because you know that's just me speaking allegedly. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't really know the ins and outs of the whole case. So that's just my opinion on that. So anyway, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section below. If you know about this case, if you know anything else about the case that you want to add and put it in the comment section, go ahead and do that. Haters are welcome. If you want to just not talk about the case at all, and talk about me, talk about the audio, talk about my lips, talk about my face, talk about my eyebrow, talk about my eyeballs, my lips, my nose, my ears. Here you go. Here's an ear for you. You want to talk about that? I could care less. But if you actually want to give something constructive, you can go ahead and leave that in the comment section below, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.